Today, I'm going to seduce Santa. I wanted to see how hard it'd be to try for baby with Father Winter on the first Winterfest and have his kid in the first week of gameplay. Let's meet our seductors. I have taken the alluring reward trait, good, outgoing, and romantic, of course. In the process of watching this, you may get some tips on romance. I will start in winter, and with seasons set to 7 days, it's only 3 full days until Winterfest arrives. I'll need to afford to decorate and give my sim whatever advantages I can in the meantime. Believe it or not, the devs have sort of encouraged this behavior. Having Father Winter as your dad gives a special bonus trait. It appears to give more satisfaction, but I want to be sure, and this is my first attempt at this. Setting things up for loving on the first visit means some mood management. I trim back the house to only what my sim needs in order to save some money and have her take up painting. I take what I learned in making the beautifully decorated video guide and focus on building up a +2 happy moodlet for the living room area. When Father Winter does visit, we'll make sure that we interact with him here so that he's as jolly as he can be and make him a little more receptive to my sim's advances. Money is the big limiter for the beautifully decorated moodlet I want. It'll take about 1,000 simoleons, but I also need to buy holiday decor. After a couple levels, inspired painting will begin to produce an income, and a good one at that. I don't want my sim sad, so I do make it a point to socialize and practice her charisma on the welcome wagon. She's quite the lush. With outgoing, her socials almost always succeed, and being good makes her happy when she's around other sims who are in a good mood. I find it one of the more powerful emotional moodlets for this reason, because you can actually cheer your target sim up and make sure they're in a good mood. Being flirty, either from interactions or a steamy shower, a painter can make a flirty painting that, when clicked, can put off an emotional aura. You need to get to a score of +10 to get nearby sims the aura, so one painting from a low-level painter won't cut it. I'll build out several of these over the next 2 days to make sure that when they're all enabled, the sim gets a flirty aura while in the room. Stacking these decorations, there will be a +2 happy and +1 flirty automatically before any other mood boosts. At this stage, all we need are holiday decorations to be ready for Winterfest. We need a few things to properly celebrate Winterfest and make sure that Father Winter visits the household. The game says he only comes to households that are festive. I need a decoration box so I can put up decorations along with a tree and present pile. Doing all three is recommended. If you missed the game's offer to browse decorations, you can find all the holiday decor under Decorations, Miscellaneous Decorations in Buy Mode Sort By function. It's easier to browse for these if you set it to show only items from the Seasons expansion using the filter to the top right. I make the assumption that in addition to decorating, my sim should check off some of the holiday traditions in order to make sure that Father Winter will show up. I also notice at the last minute I need a chimney. Decorating is done, but in no particular order. I need to have a festive spirit, which is using holiday socials, open presents, and prepare and serve a grand meal. The requirements for a holiday are fairly easy to approach, given you are provided a checklist to the top left of the screen while the holiday is active, and those can be viewed on the calendar well beforehand. Only one tradition remains, and I will ultimately fail to remember to do it. Ask Father Winter for a present. Thankfully, the preparations work and he does arrive as expected. Of course, my holiday tree is in the living room where the flirty paintings are giving off their aura and beautiful decorations are making sims happy. My sim gets a steamy shower and runs to meet the ever-jolly gift giver. While the game mentioned something about midnight, the checklist indicates he is supposed to arrive at 8 p.m., as he does. As we can clearly see, Father Winter and my sim are both flirty, and I can begin straight away with socializing. I use Brighten Day very early to give Father Winter a happy moodlet to go with his flirty mood. If we can make him happy and or flirty enough, he'll get to very flirty and be in quite the romantic mood. My Sim's good trait kicks in and gives her another happy boost. She's only a point or two away now from very flirty, and romantic socials can provide more than enough. Pausing lets me waste not a minute, as he may leave at any time. Now that introductions are out of the way, I start with low-ranking flirty socials. These are less likely to be rejected than something more intimate like an embrace. You've also got to get the tempo of the conversation to amorous and steamy exchange to even access the better socials. As the romance bar builds, he'll be less likely to reject any given social. More powerful romantic socials begin to unlock. The combo of outgoing and alluring is very potent. My Sim doesn't even have any reward traits and she's killing it. At this stage, my Sim asks Father Winter to be her boyfriend and he says yes. In case you wonder, you absolutely can do this and will be able to invite him over to visit later. With just a few more romantic socials and a high romantic relationship bar, it's time to select Try for Baby as opposed to Woohoo. Given the tempo of the quote conversation, it was almost sure to succeed. As we can see, he accepts rather enthusiastically. Successfully try for baby with Father Winter, and you do have a 100% chance of getting pregnant according to the game data. I don't have any special moodlets in the Sim's bedroom, but don't need them as the proposal was made and accepted in the living room. Despite my Sim's goal to be the seducer here of Father Winter, he turns out to be quite the dog and leaves as soon as the fun time is over. I failed to ask Father Winter for a gift, but I think this bundle of joy coming in just a few days is all the gift this Sim needs. A pregnancy test confirms they were successful, and several days later she's given birth to a baby. I age him up to toddler rather early because I want to see that trait. The Father Winter's baby reward trait is an amazing reward for having offspring with Father Winter. I was not able to find any magical abilities for having this trait, but it does boost satisfaction gains from whims by 50%. However, only whims. I looked at aspirations. It doesn't give you extra when you complete a milestone. It's still powerful. Imagine this stacked with the reward from scouts, along with childhood aspirations that boost skill gains. You'll be doing skills plus 45%, getting 50% more satisfaction points. It's insane. Really powerful. But wait, there's more. We're in a relationship with Father Winter. What if we ask him to move in? Since I'm doing a guide, I want to know what happens. Well, as it turns out, my jaw dropped. Father Winter has no home, but he's worth 500,000 simoleons. So if you move him in, not only do you have this amazing kid that will be a serious moneymaker in their teenage years, you also have Father Winter bringing the dough in more ways than one. He actually has a lot of skills at level 10, like 6 of them, including baking and parenting. His level 10 handiness and all that money allows him to upgrade everything around your home. He is the perfect stay-at-home father. If you're good at managing whims and kind of crafting the way that your Sim will have whims by focusing on one thing at a time and getting them to think of it, this is a really good reward trait for you. Hopefully some of you enjoyed this and will take up this challenge on your own. If you appreciate what we're doing here, throw us a like and consider supporting us on Patreon. Subscribe for more content like this. I'm doing guides to everything I can think of, and someday this channel will be 100 videos strong. I am extremely grateful for all of the support I'm getting as I continue all of this. It would have been hard to be motivated to do this many videos without that support, so thank you.